the first thing that may surprise you on your first cruise is that most staterooms, the room that you stay in, or they call them cabins sometimes, and the bathrooms that go with them are much smaller than you'd see in a typical hotel.
That's right.
If you're expecting to see, your typical, I don't know, Holiday Inn or Marriott type hotel room with a bed and a desk and some area, some couch or chair, and a lot of the cabins on a cruise ship are going to be really, really tight. Especially if you have an interior cabin, a lot of times they just have enough room for a bed and enough room to walk around it. And then the bathroom, you want to tell them what the bathroom's like on most cruise ships?
It's small.
It's very small. It's very small. You could probably on most cruise ship bathrooms, you could probably wash your hands in the sink while you're getting into the shower.
Yeah, it's like the size of a walk-in closet.
Yeah, they tend to be pretty small.
A small walk-in closet.
That's right. And if you are a person of size and you go into those showers, you might be spending half of the time fighting with the shower curtain sticking to you if it's one of those kinds of shower curtains.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And the positioning of the toilet in the bathroom, it makes a huge difference because there's so little floor space.
Yeah.
If it's in the wrong spot, it can be kind of frustrating. So maybe too much information about bathrooms. But hey, there's exceptions to everything. But in the case of cruise ship staterooms, the room, whether you get an inside ocean view, balcony, unless you get one of the really fancy, huge suites, it's going to be smaller than most hotel rooms you've probably stayed in before. So that's the first thing that might shock you. What's the second thing that might shock people first time on a cruise?
There is life jackets in the closet.
Oh no!
I was like, why are there life jackets in the closet?
Well, it's not a hotel.
Right. You're on a ship, so you need to have life jackets.
Safety first.
Safety first.
And that might lead to kind of a bonus shock, which is that when you check into a hotel or a resort on land, they're probably not going to take you aside and say, hey, we need to have a safety drill and tell you how to put on your life jacket and where to go for a lifeboat in the case of emergency. Well, on a cruise ship, you have to do that. They call it a muster drill or a safety drill. So that's why you got life jackets in there, right?
Yeah, it's good to know. And it's for your safety. So you want to do the muster drill.
Yep.
You want to go, because if you don't go, they'll find you.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
And we talked about that. We talked about that last week. You can find that video. I think it was called Embarkation Day Mistakes. And that's been a video that a lot of people have been watching and I guess enjoying or learning from.
Yeah.
Skipping that can be a mistake. Also, I'll say when you're going into a room, that small cabin I was just mentioning, and you look in the closet, some cruise lines do differently. Some of them don't have it in the closet, but most of them we've been on have them in the closet. If that's the way your ship does it, check and be sure you have enough of the appropriate life jackets for your group. If you have a big family staying in the cabin, sometimes there may not be enough of the right life jackets. So yeah, that's kind of surprising. Yeah, and Cajun Country Travels is saying that Cajun Country Travels loves the fact that Carnival doesn't do the mass group muster drill like they used to. Yeah, it used to be.
Oh, wasn't it? Isn't it so much better?
Yep. And I think I heard a rumor. Maybe it's just a rumor. Maybe I dreamt this, that Norwegian was going away from doing it the way they were doing it when we went on Norwegian a couple months ago, where we had to kind of do the old school version. So yeah, the newer version, if you can do it, like a lot of cruise lines still are much nicer.
Yeah, the post-COVID muster drill, everyone
the
loves.
word that we must not speak. Yes. So unfortunately, I believe Disney has gone back to the old version.
Oh no!
So you got that to look forward to on Friday. Yeah. So we'll
let you know what the results are.
Yes. But the main thing is that we're safe. Let's move on to the next thing that may surprise or shock you about going on your first cruise, and that is kind of a nice surprise. I thought that's that the crew members may actually remember and refer to you by your name.
Yeah.
Again and again, whether it's your stateroom attendant or the server in the restaurant, they will say your name. They may remember your name and say your name, and they may even remember specific details like what you like to have to drink with your meal, or what your preference is for something, how you like something set up in your stateroom. They have a great service attitude. We love the crew on cruise ships, and I don't think I've stayed in any hotel where, other than the front desk clerk who could see my name on the reservation on the computer, ever said my name.
Yeah.
So that's pretty special.
It is. It makes you feel special. So.
It does. It does. And it's shocking.
Right.
What's
and,
the
and if they pronounce your last name, if you have a complicated last name,
yeah.
If they pronounce it correctly,
that's shocking too.
That's shocking too. It is.
What's our next what do we call this? First cruiser shocks?
So the main dining room servers may sing or dance.
What?
Yeah,
besides
serving the food.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they have a dance or sing-along portion where they'll just stop what they're doing and start dancing and singing. It's kind of fun. It's like a free show.
It's like a dinner and a show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it varies by cruise line, but like on Carnival, there'll be a point in the meal where they'll put on the music, they'll sing and they'll dance, and everybody be twirling their what do they call it, napkins over their heads.
Napkins, exactly.
Disney, on the other hand, has the rotational dining, and they'll actually do shows in the dining room, and the crew gets involved in different ways.
Yep.
So especially the main dining rooms, you could expect more than you might expect at a normal restaurant.
Right, and they'll come around with special drinks sometimes, the drink of the day. So,
let's see. And Will Cooper, great to see you again, Will Cooper. Thanks for joining us. The fact that the stewards and waitstaff have photographic memory is the most unreal thing to me. Yeah, it's really amazing that they remember that. And I think as you think about it, week after week, or even more frequently, there's new passengers getting on board. So keeping track of that, I'm sure they have some tricks, but they work so hard. Very amazing.
And it's amazing that they always remember, I like Diet Coke with the lime.
Yes.
And he doesn't.
Wow, this is rough. Save me, cruising scene. Another great channel has joined us.
Yay!
So great to have y'all here with us today. Joining myself and Captain Hudson here on set as we continue the next shock. Let's see, was that mine or yours? That's my turn, right?
It's your turn.
My turn. The next shock, first time cruise shock is this is a rough one. This is one that I probably hear the most people complaining about on or off the ship. And we'll just lay it out there. Yeah, I'll say it like this. There are way more passengers than the pool or pools can accommodate. So if you picture yourself going on a cruise ship and swimming in the pool, lounging in the pool with a drink, just kind of having your own paradise, you may be surprised. What?
They could go to the adult area.
Okay, but that's not the video we're doing right now. What are you trying to do to me here? Oh my gosh. No. Do I have to find the sensor thing? Let me see here. So the pools are smaller on cruise ships.
Yes.
And even the chairs to sit out and tan or sit by the pool, there's not typically enough of those chairs for all of the passengers on board. So you'll find people trying to reserve the chairs, and different cruise lines have different ways of dealing with that. And you'll find the pools can be pretty full. If you don't get there earlier, you don't go there at a time when people are off doing something else. So that can be a surprise. And this has to do, just like our first shock about the cruise cabins being small, it has to do with the way a layout of a cruise ship needs to be to maximize space, and also for seaworthiness. You don't want to put the water in a pool is just about the heaviest thing you can have on a cruise ship. You don't want to have an Olympic-sized swimming pool on the top deck of a pool. It's just you want the ship to be stable. So that's part of without getting into the engineering, because I'm certainly not an engineer. There's a reason for that.
Yes.
So, but don't expect that you're going to have full access to the pool all the time whenever you want it. Some of the newer ships have a variety of pools and hot tubs and that sort of thing. But you were going to say, you had a tip, I think is what you were going to try to say.
So,
yes.
Talking about pools.
Wait. I thought you were going to say a tip about the adult thing.
Oh, yeah.
Before you do your next one, yeah.
So my tip is go to the adult pool area. Usually that pool area is empty, or there's not a lot of people there. Yep. So you can actually sit in a pool and relax.
Yeah, those tend to, whether it's, again, I'll use Disney and Carnival as examples. Well, Royal Caribbean typically has the solarium pools. If they have an adults only pool on the ship, that can be a great place to. It's typically less crowded.
Right.
Not necessarily always empty, but it's typically less crowded than the main pool.
Exactly.
Where with the kids, and maybe they're taking up more room because they're splashing around and stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Will Cooper stays away from the pools on the ship. Too many people. You got to go to the. You're better off waiting. This is a good point. Wait till you're in a port of call like Cozumel, and go to a nice resort that has a nice pool.
There
and
you
then
go.
You'll have your pool time. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and also too many people in the hot tubs. Yep. So that's definitely true, and so I think that's something that might shock people the first time. What else might surprise people? And you said this is related to what we were just talking about with the pools.
To pools, yeah.
Okay.
You can get a free beach towel for the pool or the beach. So if you want to purchase it later on, you'd have to purchase a beach towel for to bring off the ship.
So free to use.
Right.
So you don't need to pack beach towels for the whole family when you're going on a cruise, because they'll have them.
They'll have them available, and you can take them off, and for the excursion or whatever, you have a beach towel, but you have to bring them back.
Yeah, I mean, do they always allow that? I don't know. I don't know if that's always the case. Yeah, it's probably good to check
depending on the excursion.
But certainly to use on board.
Yes.
And probably to use on the private islands, although I think sometimes they have them at the private island waiting for you.
Right, they do.
Yep. But yeah, that's good. I'm not a big pool person. There's never room in there for me. So I guess I don't know a lot about the whole beach what do you call them? Beach towel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a strange world to me.
It's
odd. See, that's surprising that those exist. Okay, we got the towels in the bathroom. What's wrong with those? So the next shock for your first time cruiser is going to be that there's plenty of food and activities that are included. Some people refer to them as free, but they're included once you pay your fare.
Yeah.
Plenty for you to eat, but those free and included activities exist, but there's plenty of temptations on every cruise line we've been on, plenty of temptations to purchase extras, whether it's specialty dining, whether it's the casino, bingo cards, whatever it is. You can go on a cruise and pay just basically your fare and the gratuities, just the normal fees and stuff, and then not have an extra built into the cruise. But the cruise lines, they like to make money, and I think seeing that you can book some cruises per day that cost less than a nice hotel and dinner at the hotel would cost on land. Their goal is to make some extra money while you're on board. So let's keep that in mind. So that might surprise you, but just beware. Be prepared if your discipline is not great. Be prepared for that final bill.
Yes. There's the other thing that's free besides food is some beverages are free.
Oh yeah.
So you can get like free juice, tea, and just black coffee. Mm-hmm. And you do pay extra for pop and bottled water and
on most cruise lines, yeah.
Fancier coffee.
Yeah.
So
now Disney, the one we're going on soon.
Yep.
They have soda pop, Coke products included, but that's not the typical.
Is it Coca-Cola?
Yeah, Coke products.
Yay!
Getting off track here. So yes, that's might be surprising to a lot of people. If you're at home, you're used to drinking, cans of Coke or Pepsi or whatever, and you get on board and you're finding, or your kids are finding that, hey, you're gonna have to pay extra if you want to get stuff other than get the Coke or Pepsi or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the way most cruise lines run it, and a lot of them, they typically will sell a package where you get unlimited or relatively unlimited soda and stuff. But yeah, that might be a shock. I think we got a couple more here. Yeah, I'll go. Another thing that might shock you is you see especially if you're a big gambler and you're looking forward to the onboard casino, or you're really looking to do some shopping, you might be surprised that whenever the cruise ship gets into a port, they're gonna, with few exceptions, they're going to close those things down. The casino will close, the shops will close, and you're going to have to wait until the ship leaves port to go out to sea. So that's one thing that might surprise you, but that's, there's legalities and finances behind all of that. So that enjoy it while the casino, enjoy the shops while you're at sea.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
the other thing is,
go ahead.
This is what I like.
Okay.
Is you can win prizes on board the ship. So you can win prizes for trivia, for games, if they have games involved, for music, knowledge, and sometimes if you even get there early, they'll give you a prize.
Yeah, you always mention that because you...
Because I went to the morning show really early.
Yeah.
They started at I don't know.
A lot of details here.
But I was the first person there.
Yeah.
And they gave me a bottle of champagne.
The morning show.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't bust it out and drink it during the morning show.
No.
No, I know you actually. I know what you did with the champagne. You gave it away because you're not a big champagne drinker, right?
I'm not. But I paid it forward and gave it to a lovely woman.
Yes. And on our very first cruise, we won a prize. It's actually by Olaf there, our ship on a stick. Joy really won it, but it was a 80s music contest. And he played snippets of the song by the pool.
Yes.
And I remember we sang along even when he stopped the music on one song. What was that?
Take on Me by Aha.
Yes. So anyway, we won a ship on a stick. There's all kinds of different things you can win, and playing trivia and other things.
You can win lanyards. You can win stuff.
So with that, let's wrap up our first topic. If there's things that surprised you like that, or maybe even shocked you, like maybe some of the other things we mentioned, put it in the comments below and share it with others that haven't been on cruises before, so they can be prepared for the big shock. Or little shocks or surprises, pleasant or maybe not so pleasant, that they might expect on their next cruise.
Exactly.
So yeah, but we've got to move on because we got another whole topic to cover here. And before we do that, we've also got to do this.
Our cruise hero of the week is Agid Durga from Indonesia. And he serves at Taste. He's a server. And he served our food so hot that it was right out of the kitchen, was still hot. And he's very friendly. And
it was ice cream, right?
No.
Okay. And what ship was this on?
This was on the Norwegian Escape.
Way to go. What's the name again?
Agid.
Yeah, way to go, Agid. Now, if you have a cruise hero, that's basically anybody that made your cruise extra special, whether it was a crew member, whether it was a fellow passenger, if it was somebody who ran an excursion on land, or just somebody you met while you were on your cruise that made your cruise extra special, let us know. Email us at info@cruisedayfun.com. Let us know who your cruise hero was. Tell us, just a name, the ship, and what they did that was so cool. And maybe we'll include that in a future cruise hero.
Yes.
So yeah, that is you're supposed to say the last part, right?
Yes.
That was our cruise hero of the week.
That was our cruise hero of the week.
Well done. And we got Clock Family Adventures here. We got to say hello to them. We're just starting our next topic, so let's get into that. Very excited to talk about our favorite topic, as always. So now let's talk about. We're going to do a review.
Yes.
This is our review of Carnival's complimentary Blue Iguana Cantina. It's the Mexican quick service stand that they have for breakfast and lunch. And you can go there and you can get, it's one of my favorite spots to go to. And you can go there and get burritos. You tell them exactly how you want it. You pick out which flour tortilla. They typically have a regular one and a jalapeno one. You tell them what you want inside, what meat you want. You want chicken, you want beef, you want pork. You add the ingredients, the beans, the rice, the different vegetables, sauteed onions.
It's made to order.
They fill it up. They put it together for you if you want the cheese in there, whatever. And then you can go over to the salsa bar, right?
Right.
Go over to the salsa bar and you can add some heat with some extra salsa. Get yourself some sour cream, some more cheese. They even got a variety of hot sauces there. So the burritos are a great option for lunch at Blue Iguana Cantina. And guess what? You might compare it to something like what's the place called on that go to on land that makes the burritos? Can't think of it.
Taco Bell.
No, not Taco Bell.
Oh,
Chipotle.
Chipotle. I was
So, okay. So you might compare it to Chipotle where you go and you tell them what they want. You go down the line and they put it together for you. But they do it there on board for you. And guess what? It doesn't cost any extra.
Yeah.
They also have tacos. And I really like the tacos because not only are they awesome like the burritos, but they make the tortillas right there on ship. They have this fancy machine. They drop the balls of masa into the machine and it flattens it out and bakes the tortilla for you. And then you tell them what you want on your soft shell tortilla.
So good.
Chicken, fish, or pork. Add the vegetables you want, sour cream, onions, whatever you like on them. And you can go over and you can make them up the way you want them at the salsa bar and add a little heat, add a little spice, add some sour cream like I did there. A really good option. And again, I gotta say, how can we give this a bad review? No, you get as many as you want, no extra charge.
Yeah.
Now, there's an item that is not on the menu that you may or may not be able to find. You want to tell them about that?
Yes. The secret off-menu item is a taco bowl.
Taco salad.
Taco salad.
Yeah.
So you have to ask and say, hey, do you have taco salad today?
Mm-hmm.
And they will tell you yes or no. So
or they'll just walk away from it. No.
But sometimes they have it and it's great and you get a taco salad and you fill it up exactly the way you want it.
Yeah.
Just like a burrito, you're just making ordering your own taco salad and the ingredients you want on it.
Yeah, you just tell them what you want, and they put it in the bowl. In case you haven't had a taco salad like this before, the bowl is actually a crispy tortilla, so you can eat the bowl too. And you tell them the ingredients you want, just like on the burritos. Chicken, beans, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then you can also take that one over to the salsa bar too.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
If you like made to order burritos or taco salad, that's the way to go.
That is the way to go. It's really good. And what we noticed is as soon as people discover that they have them, we ordered them, and they had to keep running in back to get more taco bowls because everybody was ordering the taco salads. And like, ooh, there's a secret that we didn't know. So there's your tip. Get the taco salad, or at least ask. They don't always have them. Yep. Another tip that we heard, we haven't tried this ourselves, but we heard from friends of ours that you can ask them, and they might make this for you, a quesadilla. So that's a special item too. Can't guarantee that they'll have it or that they'll make it, but you can ask them. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Never hurts to ask.
Worst they can say is no, right?
Nope.
And speaking of asking, before we get to breakfast, I'm going to ask you here to give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this sort of information. We really appreciate it. It helps us out. But we got to talk about Blue Iguana Cantina breakfast. So at breakfast time, they've got some of my favorite options. I think I like breakfast at Blue Iguana Cantina even more than lunch because they have breakfast burritos, just like the burritos that they have at lunchtime, where you can tell them how you want them made. But these are made a little differently, of course, because they're for breakfast. And they fill them with egg. They've got their egg with regular eggs, scrambled eggs. And they've got what they refer to as their Mexican eggs, which I guess is just like scrambled eggs with like salsa mixed in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get sausage or chicken. And then you can tell them what cheese you want, what vegetables you want on there. And it just makes a really great breakfast. You can skip the buffet line in the Garden Cafe or the buffet on board. And you can have a nice breakfast burrito made just the way you want it. You can go to the salsa bar and add some heat if you're ready for the heat in the morning. But my favorite thing for breakfast at Blue Iguana Cantina, and if you haven't had it before, this is your opportunity to try it because it doesn't cost anything extra, is ask for the huevos rancheros.
Oh, yum.
Yes, and the huevos rancheros is like a tostada or a flat taco with, it's got beans on it, and it's got like tomatoes and onion, and they put a fried egg on top.
Wow.
And it's just a very unique taste. And if you like it spicy, add some salsa, make a nice spicy Mexican breakfast, and that it just really hits the spot.
Yeah.
And before we wrap this up, I've got to mention one more thing in our review. And again, all these are complimentary. Get as many as you want.
Yeah.
It's the saddest thing about my last day on a Carnival cruise is to know that I'm not going to be having any more of this for a while.
Oh.
But next to the huevos rancheros, there is what they call an arrapa. And
Arrapa.
yes, and arrapas are basically like little pieces of cornbread with melted cheese inside, and it just nice and warm, and it's just they grill it up, and in the middle it's got this melty cheese, and it just melts in your mouth.
Arrapas, please.
Arrapas, yes. So that is the other thing I recommend that you pick up from Blue Iguana Cantina. Again, all these things are complimentary. Check out Blue Iguana Cantina for breakfast or for lunch, and if you enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. It's just a way to follow us so you don't miss our future cruise videos, including we talk about a lot of cruise food. So a lot more of that to come. So we hope that was interesting. We've done cruise food reviews before, but they've always been specialty dining. So we decided, you know what? One of us in particular, but both of us to some extent, are nuts about Blue Iguana Cantina. We should talk about Blue Iguana Cantina. So if you like that, give us a thumbs up and let us know that you enjoyed that. And maybe we'll do some more of those.
Yeah.
So while we were talking through all of that, we got to see if we had any comments. Let's see. Okay, got a lot of discussion going on among our guests here. Randacita loves the taco bowl. Yeah, the taco shell.
So good. Yum.
Yeah.
And they'll also make flour or a salad bowl if you don't like the burrito.
Oh.
Like a lettuce burrito bowl.
Okay.
Without the burrito.
Oh, I did.
Because sometimes
I wouldn't have even thought of that.
The burrito is too big to try and eat with my mouth, so I get a lettuce bowl.
Yeah, well, I guess
like
they do
salad.
that. Yeah, I think I've done that at Chipotle. Yeah, so I can see that. So yeah, if you like that sort of thing, then let us know, and we'll maybe do some more. Cajun Country Travels is asking maybe if we could do a review of Carnival Deli next time, and we might. Yeah, we could maybe do that because we've tried a few of those Carnival Deli sandwiches. Those some good stuff there. That's a great option, typically found in the buffet area. But let's look into doing that. So that's a great suggestion. So thanks for that. We do need to mention, probably now next time, like I mentioned, next Saturday, we won't be on because we'll be on a cruise. Yep. So on the 22nd of April, no show, but we'll be back on the 29th of April, Saturday at 3:00 Eastern time. And we'll be back. I think we'll be talking probably about our Disney cruise on that show. Probably talking about food, if not some other fun things. Yep. So be sure to tune back in for that. I think I mentioned earlier, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to join our Facebook group. It's a great way to see some extra content and talk to some other people who enjoy this sort of thing. It's linked in the description below. I mentioned like and subscribe. Next time, anything else we got to share? We mentioned Captain Hudson. If you missed us talking about Captain Hudson and you haven't checked out Emma Cruise's channel, link down below. Link down below in our description, you'll find Emma Cruise's channel where you'll hear probably more about Hudson, Captain Hudson, and a great channel, and she's been great to us, so we wanted to mention that. But
we appreciate everyone who watches our channel. Yeah,
we do. And be sure to vote in our poll that we've got up on our community page or in our Facebook group and let us know what your preference is, if you think we should change to Sundays or stay on Saturdays. But that's pretty much all we've got for today. Thanks for joining us. And you got something special to say at the end. I can never remember what it is.
So remember to be kind to each other.
That's it. That's a great one. And I just say, yeah.
Thanks for watching.
I was gonna say, do what Joy said, and then I'll say, thanks for watching.